Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature TV 30 Minutes. I am Obomanu Marvelous Chinedu. In the headlines, proposed new Enugu City is commendable, Right Honorable Chima Obieze. Immigration Service on fraudulent documents. Federal government says security agencies winning the war against insecurity. And now the details. The chairman Enugu State House of Assembly Committee on Works, Housing, Infrastructure and Urban Development, Honorable Chima Obieze, has commended the idea behind the creation of new Enugu City along the Port Harcourt Expressway. Obieze commended the project when he led members of his committee on an oversight visit to the proposed site for the new Enugu City. Correspondent Michael Ilegadu filed this report.
Honorable Chima Obieze commended the Enugu State government for taking up an initiative capable of decongesting the state capital when completed. Obieze further assured that justice and fair hearing will be applied to everyone with genuine claims over any part of the land for the proposed Enugu City.
This government is a responsive government, and in the whole nation, everybody knows the governor of Enugu State as a peace-loving governor and a leader that has a kind heart. When some individuals and a few committee members came up to cry about this acquisition, the governor immediately set up a panel of inquiry to look into their agitations and their claims. I'm sure that when the report is submitted, it will capture all those who have genuine, claims over this place.
During an interactive session, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Housing, Obiora Onugu, said the land for the proposed new Enugu City is up to 279 hectares. He enumerated some of the remedial and construction work going on at the new city site.
What we are doing in the first place is to make sure that we protect the land and save the land, because the making of the culvert, if we don't do it at this particular time, it will be very difficult during the rainy season.
The new Enugu City, with about 4,185 plots of land, is expected not to have similar issues being witnessed in other government layouts, such as poor planning, illegal structures, and unregulated or poorly managed construction of buildings.
There is anxiety among some indigents of Ondo State as the one-week eviction order issued by Governor Rotimi Akeredolu for herdsmen to leave the state's forest reserves expired on Sunday. The special advisor to the governor on security matters, Jimo Jumo, said the enforcement of the order would not be like a war, but strategically carried out. Donjumo told newsmen that the government made some preparations ahead of the enforcement on Monday, but would not want it to be like a war, adding that the state government was strategizing and would not like to disclose the strategy for security reasons. But there has been apprehension among the indigents of the state, as some have already expressed fear that the enforcement might lead to crisis between the government officials and the Fulani herdsmen. There are also fears that the Oyo State scenario could play out. A community leader in the state, Ibrahim Kilani, urged the government to handle the matter carefully in order not to cause tribal crisis in the state and by extension in the country. The Southwestern governors and the leadership of Miyetti Allah were expected to meet this Monday. The federal government recently challenged the intention and authority of the Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu to order Fulani herdsmen out of Ondo State for reserves within 7 days. As the ultimatum expires this Monday, correspondent Chibueze Obi went to the streets of Abuja to get the reaction of some Nigerians on the issues.
I don't see any reason to say one Nigerians will not live in any part of this country. We have constitutional right, we have religion right, to live in any part of the country. But as far as you are a criminal, or we should join hands together and fight those criminals out of the society. There's no religion, there's no tribe, there's no constitution that permits criminals to live among us.
Everybody can see the indication that the president cannot be innocent of what is happening there. And probably he has an interest. And he's protecting his interests and not interests of Nigerians.
There should be a way that all of us will sit down and resolve issues amicably without any hitches. We have leaders. What are the purpose of leadership? Is to provide peace and security. Is to provide amicable environment that people will live and do their legal businesses.
I think that is right. The governor cannot wake up one day and say, pack out of our state. There might be something that you must have done to the citizens that they don't like. So the citizens don't like it, the governor don't like it. And he has given an ultimatum that should go. Now bringing army and other security agencies to enforce those things on them, I don't think is right. I think the federal government should be able to meet the governor and then deliberate with the governor. Let there be a dialogue with the governor. Okay, what is the thing you want us to do? What's the next step you want us to take on this? And the governor will be able to tell them, because the federal government might not know what they are facing in the state. So the governor will be able to table it to them and say, okay, federal government, see what we are facing. And then they will be able to tackle it, and we'll have a peaceful Nigeria for me and you.
Presidential campaign posters bearing the name and pictures of the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike have surfaced in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Wike, a member of the People's Democratic Party, is serving his second and final term of 4 years as the governor of the South State. The posters are in two different types and posted in strategic locations on the popular Herbert Macaulay Way in the central business area of the FCT on Monday. When contacted, the governor said he does not have any knowledge about the election poster. The Immigration Service has warned against the use of fraudulent documents to obtain Nigerian passports. In an interview with Signature TV on Monday, Sunday James, the public relations officer of the service, said the document fraud unit of the service is alive to its responsibilities of authenticating documents, and any ministry, agency, or individuals caught in such fraudulent act will face the full wrath of the law. James further stated that the several non-Nigerians who attempted to vote in the last general elections were apprehended and dealt with. He therefore urged non-Nigerians who wish to naturalize to go through the due process. Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom on Monday called on those planning to draw him into the 2023 presidential race to discontinue with their plan, saying he has no such ambition. A group on social media under the aegis of Project Automized Nigeria Automatically 2023 called on Ortom to throw his hat into the 2023 presidential race. According to the group, doing so will help him to rescue the nation from the dungeons of insecurity and other socio-economic challenges facing the nation. The group said that Nigeria needs a detribalized, committed leader like Governor Samuel Ortom, who is ready to defend the Nigerian people with all his strength and might. While reacting to the social media call, Ortom, in a statement made available by his chief press secretary, Tavra Akase, said that the governor appreciated his supporters and interest groups who have taken to social media to call on him to join the 2023 presidential race. The Delta State Police Command has confirmed the killing of a policeman and a soldier by gunmen at a military checkpoint at Oton area of Sapele on Sunday night. It was gathered that both men were shot dead when armed bandits attacked the military post at the entrance of the community through the river. The police public relations officer for Delta State Command, DSP Onome Onowapoyeya, confirmed the incident to journalists in Warri on Monday. The gunmen has stormed the community through the Oton River in Sapele to kidnap some prominent persons in the area. The security operatives were repelling the bandits when gunshots from the invading gunmen killed the operatives. Justice Chukwujeku Aneke of the Federal High Court in Lagos on Monday ruled that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission failed to establish that the money alleged to have been delivered to former President Olusegun Obasanjo during the 2019 election was illegal. Uye Bangewa Osagi, a lawyer to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and his brother Ehuse, had been standing trial before the Federal High Court in Lagos on a 3-count charge of money laundering to the tune of $2 million. After listening to the counsels, Justice Aneke ruled that the EFCC failed to establish its case. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, on Monday said the nation's security agencies were winning the war against insecurity challenges in parts of the country. Mohammed spoke at a press conference in Abuja. He was joined at a briefing by the Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola. The minister said that since the beginning of this year, the armed forces of Nigeria have neutralized 158 criminal elements across the country, in addition to scores of other terrorists and armed bandits killed during airstrikes. The minister said that the armed forces, the police, and other security and intelligence agencies were ramping up their efforts to enhance the security of lives and property across the country. The National Orientation Agency has called on Nigerians to ignore the misinformation that COVID-19 vaccine contains an additive that can kill them. In Abuja on Monday, the NOA Director, Special Duties and State Operations, Mete Edekebu, told Signature TV that the COVID-19 vaccine is the product of a scientific process proven to work effectively against the virus. The director said that the effectiveness of the COVID-19 vaccine against the virus was not in doubt, but if anybody chooses not to accept the vaccine, such persons must respect the COVID-19 protocols of wearing face masks, keeping the social distance, and isolating if the person contacts the infection.
It is not, to the best of our knowledge in the National Orientation Agency, compulsory. It is something that you must agree to. Nobody is going to drag you out of your house and say, come and take vaccine. As human beings, when something is new, we subject it to a lot of, investigation on our own. These vaccines are things that are scientifically programmed and they're used. For us as laymen, we can only believe that your country or your government will not go and procure something that will come and kill you. On that strength, we will tell Nigerians that these vaccines are for the common good.
The Port Harcourt Zonal Office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Friday rearranged George Tuna, an ex-Y managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, before Justice Mohammed Turaki. The Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, also arraigned 2 others alongside 9 firms. The head media and publicity EFCC, Wilson Owajarem, on Monday said the defendants were rearranged on an amended 23 counts bordering on obtaining money by force pretense, money laundering, and abuse of office to the tune of 2.8 billion naira. Justice Turaki ordered that the defendant's existing bail continues and adjourned the matter till March 15th, 16th, and 17th, 2021 for continuation of trial. Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, Director General, National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, Navdaq, says Nigeria's participation in the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement will usher in huge economic benefits, including a $2.5 trillion gross domestic product. Adeyeye stated this to micro, small and medium enterprises in a statement in Abuja on Monday. The Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement, which covers trade in goods and services, investment, intellectual property, rights and competition policy, aims to create a single market for goods and services from across the African Union's 55 member states. It was adopted at the 10th Extraordinary Section of the African Union Assembly in Kigali, Rwanda, on March 21, 2018, with the aim to create a single market as well as deepening the economic integration of the African continent. The Director General, who reiterated the agency's resolve to continue to encourage the micro, small, and medium enterprises in the country to take advantage of the Continental Free Trade Zone, said it will catapult their businesses into the limelight of the global market. Chairmen of the All Progressives Congress (APC) in the 19 northern states are to meet in Jos on Tuesday to brainstorm on how to further move the party forward. Chief Litep Debang, Chairman Forum of 19 States APC Chairman, who is also Chairman of the APC in Plateau, disclosed this in Jos. Letip said that the meeting, which was holding periodically in different states of the Federation, was coming at a time when the party had concluded all modalities to welcome new members into its fold as well as revalidate its existing membership. He also said that the APC needs to further galvanize and build more effective ways of working with party governors within the region to further deliver good governance to the people. Before we end the news, a recap of the headlines. Proposed new Enugu city is commendable, says Right Honorable Chima Obieze. Immigration Service on fraudulent documents. Federal government says the security agencies are winning the war against insecurity. The second wave of COVID-19 is projected to go up at this time of the year. Please do well to stay safe, maintain physical and social distance, and wear your face masks whilst going about your daily activities. That's the Signature TV 30 Minutes. On behalf of my producer, Damilola Abudu, I am Oboman Marvelous Chinedu. Thanks for watching.